Welcome to Jason on English, episode 100 special review. How would you pronounce these? Read the sentences aloud the way you feel sounds natural. Then listen to me and copy how I sound. Read this aloud. Now listen to me and repeat how I sound. Bob should have studied harder for the exam. One more time. Bob should have studied harder for the exam. Next, read this aloud. Now listen to me and repeat how I sound. Jim shouldn't have drunk so much at the party. One more time. Jim shouldn't have drunk so much at the party. Next, read this aloud. Now listen and repeat how I sound. Anne could have gone to Italy if she had saved enough money. One more time. Anne could have gone to Italy if she had saved enough money. Next, read this aloud. Now listen to me and repeat my sound. I wouldn't have been sick if I had eaten an apple. One more time. I wouldn't have been sick if I had eaten an apple. If you like, repeat this and practice copying my sound. If you feel ready, go to the next page. Read this aloud. Now listen to me and copy my sound. Bob bought a bright red sports car. One more time. Bob bought a bright red sports car. Next. Read this aloud. Now listen to me and copy my sound. Jim didn't eat lunch because he was too busy. One more time. Jim didn't eat lunch because he was too busy. Next, read this aloud. Listen to me and copy my sound. Anne will go to the concert if she can buy a ticket. One more time, repeat after me. Anne will go to the concert if she can buy a ticket. Next, read this aloud. Listen and copy my sound. I went to bed later than usual last night. One more time. I went to bed later than usual last night. If you like, repeat these sentences, play the video again, copy my sound. But if you feel ready, play the video and go to the next part. Read this aloud. Listen and copy my sound. Bob is from England, isn't he? And repeat one more time. Bob is from England, isn't he? Next, read this aloud. Listen and copy my sound. Where does Jim live now? One more time. Where does Jim live now? Next, please read this aloud. Listen and copy my sound. Is Anne good at playing the piano? One more time. Is Anne good at playing the piano? Next, read this aloud. Listen and copy my sound. Can I borrow your car this Friday afternoon? One more time. Can I borrow your car this Friday afternoon? If you like, play these sentences again, listen and copy my sound. But if you feel ready, play the video to go to the next part. Can you find the mistake? Each sentence has one mistake. Can you find it? I'll give you about 10 seconds. Look at the sentence. Then I'll show you the answer. Here's the first one. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Bob has 2 children, doesn't he? Next, can you find the mistake? Now repeat after me. Here's the answer. Jim has never seen this movie, has he? Next, can you find the mistake? Let's check it. Anne has gone to the museum. Repeat that sentence. When you're using present perfect, you don't need to have a specific past time. We don't need to have last year in this sentence. There is another way to correct this, and we'll see an example later in this review. Let's go to the next part. Look at this sentence. Can you find the mistake? Repeat after me. Bob has played golf before. We don't need ever in positive sentences. You can use ever in questions and sometimes in negative sentences, but not in positive sentences. Next, read this. Can you find the mistake? This is similar to the mistake on the previous page. When we use present perfect, we don't need to include the past time. Here's one way to fix this sentence. Repeat after me. Has Jim ever tried scuba diving in Hawaii? We don't need last summer. But there is another way to fix this. Or, repeat after me, did Jim try scuba diving in Hawaii last summer? If you make it a past sentence, it's okay to include the past time. So the previous sentence about Anne, there is another way to correct that if you make it a past sentence. Then you could include the specific past time. Let's go to the next part. Read this. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Bob lives in New York. Next. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Jim went out at 3 p.m. to see a movie. Next. Read this sentence. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Anne was riding on the train for over 2 hours. In English, you can say in a car, in a taxi. But for other kinds of transportation, you should say on a ship, on an airplane, on a train, on a bus. Also on a bicycle, on a motorcycle. Let's go to the next page. Read this. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Bob has to wear a uniform when he works. Uniform has a Y sound. Y. Uniform. So this needs a, not an. An uniform. An uniform. It doesn't sound very smooth. Next, please read this. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Jim brought the best painting that he found in the auction. When we have a word like best, we usually need the. We never use a. Next, please read this. Can you find the mistake? Here's the answer. Repeat after me. This is the woman who guided Anne around Paris on Tuesday. Woman is a very general word, but we have extra information. Guided Anne around Paris on Tuesday. This is a very special woman. It's better to use the. Let's go to the next page. Complete the proverb. We looked at 30 different proverbs in our 6 Proverbs lessons. We also had 2 proverb tests and 6 proverb reviews. If you miss any of these, please look back at the proverb lessons and try to remember them. What is the missing part of the proverb? Blah, 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 blah. The hand that feeds you. The answer? Repeat after me. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Next. The grass is always greener, blah, 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 blah. Repeat after me. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Next. You can kill 2 birds, blah, 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 blah. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Proverbs are set sentences, set phrases. You have to remember all of the words as one piece. Let's look at some more. Blah, blah, blah gets the grease. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Next. A stitch in time, blah, 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 blah. Here's the answer. A stitch in time saves 9. Please repeat. Next. Blah, 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 and eat it too. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Next. Blah, blah, blah shouldn't throw stones. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Next. Don't make a mountain, blah, 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 blah. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Next. Blah, blah, blah flock together. Here's the answer. Repeat after me. Birds of a feather flock together. Proverbs are set phrases and set sentences. You should try to remember them as one big piece. If you missed any of these proverbs, please look back at the Proverbs lessons. And if you missed anything else in this review, please find the lesson that can help you understand it better in the 99 lessons before this one. Thank you for watching.